right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick, and producer Nikki Earnshaw on a Saturday morning. And we got college football today. We got the Phillies tonight. And then, of course, next Friday, the Eagles kick off in Brazil, Dave. And that's a 10-hour flight, 10-hour flight down to Brazil?
I would never go.
Far away. If you were on the Chiefs, you'd go. If the Chiefs made you go.
True. One of those things that they said, don't drink the water. Oh, boy. You go to those countries. That's one of those countries.
Well, right now, we're going to go down to Brazil because our good friend Kristen Moorby, who's the director of the Cape May Lifeguard Women's Lifeguard Challenge in Cape May Point every summer. She's on the Cape May Point Beach Patrol, but she also works for NBC Sports. And they sent her down there as a part of a group to go investigate. They sent her down, about a month ago. She came back, they got to send it out for logistics and stuff. Now she's back down, getting ready for the broadcast. So let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room all the way from Brazil, Kristen Moorby. Good morning, Kristen. Hello, Kristen.
Hey, it's actually afternoon here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Kristen.
How are you doing?
All right, so what time is it? It's 11 o'clock here, so what's it, 12 o'clock down there?
It is, yeah. We're 1 hour ahead of you guys.
Now, Kristen, you got a really amazing story to tell. You told me when we had you on for the Cape May Point Women's Lifeguard Challenge, because you're the director of that, we did ask you a few questions, and I said, well, let's hold that off for another show because you have so much to tell us. They initially, you work for NBC Sports, and they sent you and a contingent of representatives from NBC with security people to go down. What was your job? What was your initial job when you first went down there?
So we came down in May, and we just kind of wanted to scout the area, check out the stadium, make sure that it was going to be safe, see what kind of backup we needed to bring in. We scouted hotels, airport, different spots in the city so we could do shoots with our talent. So, yeah, it was a great experience, and now we're back. We touched down August 25th. We had people start arriving, and we will get up to 200 people in the next few days here that we'll be overseeing. So all logistics, all their hotels, flights, transportation, security, credentials.
Wow.
Equipment, anything they need. So, yeah.
How long, hey, Kristen, how long of a flight is it from I guess you left from Philadelphia International down to Brazil?
Yes. I actually went out of JFK.
JFK?
So an 8-hour flight. Nonstop is about an 8-hour flight.
Wow. So 7 hours to Europe, 7 hours, maybe 8 hours to Paris. This isn't a 9-hour flight. That's a long flight. But how is everything going now? How are you being received by the people from Brazil?
They've been very nice. It's been a pretty active construction zone here. We're turning a soccer stadium into a football stadium. The Corinthians, this is their home arena, the Neo Quimica Arena. And they have a huge match tomorrow against Flamengo. So we're trying to stay out of their way, let them finish out their season. And then a Sunday night at midnight, we'll make a switch over in the building and we'll start to prepare on field and everything turf-wise for football. So there's going to be a lot of moving pieces and a lot needs to happen in a pretty short period of time. And then the Packers and the Eagles, they'll arrive on Wednesday night. Obviously, they'll do their practice and walkthroughs and everything on Thursday, and then Friday we'll be ready to rock for the game.
Hi, Kristen, Dave Klemick. I'm just ask you a question about the colors. Now, I heard there was some.
What is that? Yeah, I heard about that.
Because there's like gangs or something like that don't wear green. You can't wear green, so the uniforms are black and white. Is there any truth to that, or what's the story with that?
100% true. I actually had to advise my crew today and tomorrow. We cannot wear green. We can't wear anything with green in it. It's the rival team of the Corinthians, and tensions are very high because apparently the Corinthians had a 10-game losing streak. So this game tomorrow is a real make it or break it. They've advised us to hide all supplies, anything that might be used as a weapon. We've upped security. So it's it's pretty serious down here. They take their sports very serious.
Wow.
Hey, Kristen, it's Nick Earnshaw here. I wanted to ask you about kind of some of the logistical challenges down there. What's been the biggest roadblock you guys may have faced setting up for this game?
I would say the biggest things are traffic. Traffic is horrendous here. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It takes us 2 hours to get to work every day, and our hotel is 40 miles away.
40 miles, wow.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and actually Sao Paulo is one of the world's most populous cities. There's 11.45 million in Sao Paulo alone. It's very, very busy, so that kind of puts if you forget something at the hotel or we need to get equipment here quickly, it kind of puts a little bit of a challenge on us. And then I would say the other thing is just there's a little bit of a language barrier, but honestly, the people here have been so nice, and a lot of this we're building from scratch. So that's been a challenge in itself, but we can't get around it. That's kind of what it is.
We're talking with Kristen Moorby of NBC Sports. She's on the ground in Sao Paulo, Brazil, getting ready for the Packers-Eagles game Friday night. Now, a lot of the players, the NFL has had meetings with some of the players, or all the players from each team and officials and everything, and saying, don't have your cell phone out, don't wear gold, be very careful because, I guess, the crime situation. You went down with an armed security. So do you feel threatened in any way with that, or have you been just making sure you don't have your phone out?
I don't feel threatened. I don't feel unsafe, but I think we're just trying to be really, really ahead of it. I do know that it's mostly petty crimes that have been reported, so it is a lot of stealing cell phones, stealing jewelry. So we've kind of been advised the same thing. There's a big motorcycle and moped population down here, so I think that's where a lot of the theft happens. If you're walking with your phone out, looking down,
right,
and they speed by you and grab something, that's kind of where your biggest risk is. But honestly, I feel very safe down here. I think we're just taking all the measures we can to be careful.
How far do the people that the team's fans? Will they be staying in close proximity to the stadium, or are all the hotels as far away as you are?
I don't know that there's any that are really close that aren't name brand. I think it's a lot of small places that are close by. So my guess is majority are staying at the big name hotels, the Hiltons, the Hyatts, the Marriotts, and those are all going to be. It's going to be a long trip to the stadium.
Hey, Kristen, what is the size of the stadium, and are we going to be sold out, or is it? And there's a lot of Eagles fans coming down, or is this going to be like real Brazilians watching the game?
I honestly don't have that information. I do know they said they are sold out though, so I just don't know what the makeup will be fan wise. I when I was home still on the beach, I talked to a couple people that said they were coming, so hopefully there'll be a lot of Philly fans.
Kristen, kind of piggybacking off Dave's question, what's the vibe around Brazil right now with the NFL coming down there? And essentially, are people excited about the Eagles and Packers playing a game in their home country?
Definitely. There's definitely a good buzz. I think these are diehard sports fans. They'll support any kind of sport, any kind of team. So I would say there's a really good energy around it. I've been seeing artwork go up around the city. I think someone posted there was a mural of Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love, which was really cool. So I think they're really pumped about it.
Well, I got to tell you, Kristen Moorby, we love you, man. You know what, Dave? You know what she called me when she was at NBC Sports? Remember, you called me from Japan. We did an interview with you from Japan.
I did. That was a little different time difference, though. I was up in the middle of the night. That one was a little rougher.
So I got an opportunity to see you after the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships at La Scala's Beach House, and we had a chance to say hi to each other. Kristen, I really appreciate you, and good luck down there. I know. So you're going to be gone for almost 2 weeks, correct?
Yep, I'll be back on Sunday after the game, and then I head to Houston, and Sunday Night Football is my world for the next 5 months or so.
Right on, Kristen. Hey, man, maybe I'll have to hop on a plane and catch up with you at one of your road trips. I can fly for free.
Absolutely.
We'll come out. We'll hang out. How about
That's a heck of
that?
a perk, man.
Right? Is that a
I
great
kinda feel
perk?
like getting a part-time job at the
Yeah.
airport. That's so cool.
You know what I used to say to girls? Marry me, fly for free. All right, Kristen. Hey, listen, like I said, we really appreciate you. She listens to the locker room. She calls us from Japan, now Brazil. Kristen, I can't thank you enough, and enjoy the rest of your time down there, and let's go Birds.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go Birds, and shout out to my Cape May crew. Thank you,
All
guys.
right, there she is, Kristen Moorby on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. How about that?
Yeah, Nick, on his dating profile, put marry me, fly for free. He'll start getting hits right away.
Yeah, real quick. You put it in the bio as one of your lines. That's how you should open every time you DM somebody. There you go, Billy. That's his line right there.
I don't know if Tony's going to be able to fly that. So, you guys, that was so cool. I mean, think about this. She called us from Japan for the Olympics a couple years back. Now she's called us from Brazil.
I don't know, man. These aren't the most famous guests we've ever had, but I think these are the most
Insightful.
interesting. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
The most insightful.
Yeah, this is great.
Because I learned more about the Brazil game from Kristen than
Right.
I probably have all week.
From anybody on any
Yeah.
other station, absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
And I look forward to this game. Even though on the other side, when we get back, we'll talk about the Eagles and the Packers in Brazil. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. I'm going to tell you about McCann Appraisers. You got to call John McCann and Associates for all your real estate appraisal needs. Call John A. McCann Associates at 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, or financial planning, divorce, or financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call at 609-263-7422. And, of course, we love the McCanns, Tom and John McCann. They're legends in Sea Isle City. And get over there and see John A. McCann. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemick, and Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.